So two things I want to say before I get started on this video. No, I don't think that this is going to be an official connection between Jigsaw and the Saw franchise and the new movie Escape Room that's opening up at the very first weekend of 2019. What I'm telling you guys here is it's going to be kind of a fun thing to do as fans. You know, I've always looked for ways to connect movies that I like or movies that I'm anticipating to see, you know, like how could they actually work together and how do they connect in a certain way? And these movies seem to be connected in, you know, the torture porn way. So let's just kind of take it at that, take it at face value, don't really read too much into it. But with that also being said, I want to point out Nietzsche Nice, one of my favorite content creators, a guy I've talked about the Saw franchise with at length before, so make sure to go check him out. His link will be in the description section below. Really a very nice guy and definitely his own person when it comes to YouTube. Always talking about the stuff that he wants to talk about, and even if various opinions aren't really widely held, he'll argue it. So I hope everyone enjoys the video. I hope everyone will go check him out. Let's jump right into it. Hey YouTubers, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload. So like I said, I don't think that these movies are going to be really connected, but first and foremost, because Escape Room coming out at the very first weekend of 2019 is a Sony movie, while the Jigsaw movies and the Saw movies are Lionsgate. These two studios have no real connection to each other, other than the fact that Lionsgate did put together the first Sicario movie, and then they started developing the second one and ended up selling it to Sony earlier this year because they felt like that movie didn't have enough potential. So these studios do actually have a little bit of relationship and history together. So, you know, if his theory is right, you know, Nietzsche Nice's theory is right, it would be kind of interesting, but I don't really see Lionsgate just secretly selling the Saw franchise over to Sony just to make more movies with them. I don't see that happening. It's way too much of a cash cow for them. It always makes money. So I don't really think that's going to happen. But anyway, he did tell me when he was kind of pointing out all the similarities, he said that the font used is the exact same font that they use for the Jigsaw trailer, which is kind of interesting. I didn't really notice that. He also said, and I'll put it up here on the screen, you guys can see, you know, the whole Jigsaw piece puzzle poster that they're using for the new Escape Room, kind of reminiscent of Saw and stuff. His whole point here is that if this is secretly a Saw movie, that would be pretty awesome. But here's my general opinion. They're not connected because two different studios, you know, unless they've done some ridiculous secret deal that no one's been talking about, I couldn't really see that happening. It would be a really awesome twist, but, you know, us as fans, and as I said at the very beginning of the video, this is going to be something we can talk about after the Escape Room movie comes out. We can talk about this being a movie within a movie. You know, you guys have heard that stuff before. You have like the Kill Bill movies or movies within the Quentin Tarantino verse or something else like that, because they're kind of over the top and ridiculous. And yes, there are connections one way or the other, but for the most part, those movies are kind of separate from all the other stuff going on, even though there's no huge connection between the Quentin Tarantino movies. Maybe we can look at this the exact same way. You know, the Jigsaw Killer is coming back, at least in the Jigsaw universe, and that gets people kind of rallied up, and the media and everyone starts talking about it. It's sensationalized, and then they try to start making movies based around a similar concept, but not saying one way or the other. So we can look at this new movie as a movie within the Saw universe, if that makes a little bit more sense. Because at least from what I see from the Escape Room movie trailer, it's really ridiculous. I mean, if this was a Saw movie, they would have had to step up their game to a huge amount, because it's never really been changing temperatures and all this other stuff that's happening in this movie trailer. So what are your thoughts on this, guys? Are you excited to see Escape Room? I actually would really like to see it. That's my total type of film. I can't wait to see it, but at the same time, I hadn't really ever thought of this, like connection or something, or maybe even just looking at it as a movie within a movie or something like that. And if that's true, you know, us as fans can talk about this as an extended universe. It's unofficial for the most part, but still kind of a nice, fun thing to talk about. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload. It's been real.